The game is on, with Kunigami's team leading 1-0. With their well-balanced offense and defense operating at an incredibly high level, Isagi can't find any weaknesses in their opponents, but remains determined. It only fuels his drive to showcase the new and improved version of himself and demonstrate the effectiveness of their team dynamic. Isagi's enhanced perception of the field, understanding of the blind spots, and ability to track the ball gives him a newfound perspective on the game. He sees multiple paths to goal and passes to Bado. With swift movements, Isagi dodges Mikage and rushes open towards the goal, but his hopes are dashed when Bado ignores his call for a pass. This results in a turnover, and Kunigami takes advantage, scoring another goal and increasing their lead to 2-0. Nagi criticizes Bado for not passing, but he's unapologetic, still only interested in scoring his own goals. Isagi now faces a difficult challenge. As the team's anchor, he must find a way to reconcile Nagi and Bado's conflicting playstyles and devise a new strategy, but has no idea how to achieve this. The team's success depends on their ability to work together, but with Nagi and Bado at odds, it's a daunting task. As the whistle sounds, Isagi is taken aback when he sees no path to scoring resulting from a pass to Bado. However, with just a glance at Nagi, he sees endless possibilities for a goal. He quickly passes the ball to Nagi, who, with his graceful ball control, deftly moves it away from Chigiri and scores a point for the team, leaving Kunigami's team stunned at the genius's abilities. Nagi believes that they can secure the victory with just the two of them, but Isagi is aware that something crucial is missing: Bado. He must find a way to incorporate him into their strategy. He tries again, in vain, to convince Bado that teamwork is the key to winning. Bado refuses to play for anyone else, stubbornly sticking to his motto, "I win how I please." Isagi teamed up with Bado because of his immense potential, but like this, his talent is going to waste. The frustration is palpable, not just for Isagi, but also for Bado himself. He's left wondering how he could be losing despite his immense talent. However, he remains resolute in his ways, refusing to change. Isagi cannot understand why Bado is so fixated on his own methods. The whole situation is frustrating. It's such a waste of talent. For Bado to improve and reach his true potential, he must acknowledge his defeat and confront the frustration that comes with it. Mikage faces off against Isagi with determination in his eyes. Despite not having any unique weapons, Mikage refuses to let that stop him from giving his all. Fueled by his frustration towards Nagi for leaving his side to play with Isagi, Mikage strives to prove Isagi's worthlessness. While Chigiri and Kunigami may have specific specialties, Mikage showcases his versatility and excels in every aspect of the game. The ball is in Chigiri's possession, and with a quick pass to the center, Kunigami heads the ball into the goal, bringing the score to 3-1. The team truly embodies the concepts of balance and coordination. Isagi has reached his limit and wants to concentrate on himself and Nagi, removing Bado from the equation altogether. But their chances of victory are slim with just the two of them. However, as he ponders how to overcome this challenge, he recalls being referred to as a genius of adaptability. It all becomes clear to him. Success lies not in conforming to Bado's gameplay, but in absorbing and flipping his ideology. With a determined look, Isagi confidently declares to Nagi that they will emerge victorious. Just keep your eyes on me. With how the match has gone so far, Kunigami's team is wary of Nagi and are positioning themselves to outnumber him. However, Isagi has a different approach in mind. Instead of passing the ball, he decides to dribble towards Bado, looking to gain an advantage over Kunigami by making the team think he will pass to the solo player, who has proven to be a liability so far. This maneuver diverts attention and creates a clear path for Nagi to operate. Chigiri is aware of Nagi's exceptional ball control and doesn't fall for Isagi's tactic. Just as Nagi is about to face a difficult situation, Bado makes a charge, asking for a pass, but he's still closely marked, and it seems like Isagi's plan has failed. However, everyone's focus on Nagi and Bado has made them overlook his path to the goal. Bado was a decoy, and Isagi takes advantage of the confusion he created to score a goal, making it 3-2. Bado realizes that he was used by Isagi to score, leaving him feeling defeated. This marks the start of Isagi's team's comeback, and he encourages Bado to keep on being himself, but without getting in their way, calling him a donkey. The pressure builds in the king to prove himself to Isagi and reclaim his dominance on the field. The rivalry between Isagi and Mikage resumes. However, the change in Isagi's demeanor has left Mikage feeling uncertain about facing him head-on. Instead, he opts to pass the ball to Chigiri, who then passes it to Kunigami. Bado sees this as a chance to finally get involved in the game and engages in a physical battle with Kunigami, successfully gaining control of the ball. Nagi calls for a pass, but it's no use. Kunigami's team double teams Bado and steals the ball, but just as they think they have the advantage, Isagi appears, snatches the ball, and calmly passes it to Nagi. The skillful play results in another goal, tying the game. Kunigami's team acknowledges the dominance of Isagi and Nagi, who are now controlling the game. The whistle blows, and Mikage quickly passes the ball toward Chigiri, who recognizes that the only way to win is to push beyond his limits. Nagi knows how to stop the Red Missy, but is taken aback by Chigiri's evolution. Instead of slowing to take control of the ball, he propels the ball forward, maintaining his speed in what he calls no slowing dribbling. Bado's attempt to stop Chigiri also proves unsuccessful, and Chigiri scores a crucial goal, putting his team on match point. The entire team is stunned by Chigiri's impressive play. Bado, the king, is left growling at the ground. Meanwhile, Isagi warmly welcomes the challenge, eager to continue proving his skills on the field. Bado is perplexed as to how he ended up on his knees without scoring a single goal, despite being the supposed king of the field. Throughout his childhood, he was the star player and received encouragement and support from everyone. As a result, he began to adopt his kingly attitude. He soon realized that his love for football was not simply to be the best, but to dominate and defeat his opponents, which only the truly powerful can experience. Isagi and Nagi exchange a few quick words about strategy, but suddenly Bado runs up and takes a shot right from kickoff, catching everyone off guard. It hits the post. Kunigami recovers the ball and passes it to Mikage, but Isagi anticipates the move. Mikage has no choice but to send the ball flying, and it lands right in front of Bado, his big chance to redeem himself. Chigiri moves in and is right behind him. Bado is one step too short from reaching his ideal shot range before Chigiri is all over him. Out of nowhere, Isagi appears ahead of him, open. He glances back at Bado, and with his stare, he commands him to pass the ball. The king does, shocking everyone even more. Isagi slams it in the net, equalizing the score. Bado is in disbelief at how quickly Isagi devoured his whole ideology. He's unable to understand this feeling of despair he's experiencing, which is the bitter taste of defeat. He realizes the pass wasn't even his own choice. He lost to someone he underestimated, causing his entire ideology to crumble. Before the final play, Kunigami's team is well aware of Isagi's unstoppable performance, and they prioritize preventing him from getting the ball. Their general strategy is to utilize Chigiri's speed to score, recognizing it as their best chance to win. Isagi also recognizes Chigiri as the main threat and tells Nagi the plan is to stop him before he gets the ball. He feels it's futile to share his plan with the dethroned king. Thus, the responsibility of winning falls on the two of them. As the game restarts, Mikage sees that all routes to Chigiri are blocked, leaving a wide open route to Kunigami. Passing to Chigiri would be disadvantageous, and dribbling is too risky. Mikage passes to Kunigami, but all of his plays are also too risky at this point, so he passes the ball back to Mikage, who tries to create space. Isagi gives Mikage an opportunity. He seizes it and passes to Chigiri. In that instant, Nagi dashes forward, leaving Chigiri unmarked to intercept the pass. Isagi had planned every move, and it played out just as he wanted. Mikage is baffled. Nagi barely gets a touch on the ball, but it's diverted from reaching Chigiri, and the loose ball lands, served on a plate for Bado. He freezes, realizing that with one pass to Isagi or Nagi, they will win the game, and he is the vital piece, though a support piece. He now understands how all the people who fed him passes felt. His sense of defeat could be salvaged by entrusting the goal to the Supreme Strikers, fulfilling his new support role, and he contemplates becoming a team player. But something is clinging to him, the future that awaits him after this pass. With the pressure mounting, that instant, his ego takes over, refusing to live in a future where his dreams are broken. He feints a pass, dribbling past Kunigami with newfound awakening. The red team anticipates he'll pass to Isagi and moves to intercept, but Bado is using his team as a decoy and gets past Mikage. He sees it, a route that exists for his goal. Just as Isagi devoured him, he hides behind Isagi's light to disguise his next move and evades Chigiri. He refuses to be a mere supporting player and emphasizes this with his final shot, scoring the match-winning goal and leaving his opponents in despair. Isagi and Nagi welcome the new king. Isagi goes for a winning high five, but Bado denies it and insists that Isagi retract the donkey insult. Isagi apologizes and recognizes Bado's remarkable abilities. Even Nagi is stunned by Bado's dribbling in the final play, which he achieved only through acute self-preservation after considering the possibility of a future in a support role. This strategy, which Bado dubs dominating the field as the villain, led to the creation of his new weapon known as chop dribbling. Isagi is thoroughly impressed, and Bado makes it clear that he will never lose to Isagi again. For the first time at Blue Lock, Bado refers to someone by their given name. Anri, the evaluator, now considers Bado one of the top talents in Japan and wonders if Ego had anticipated his awakening. Ego admits that he didn't, but explains that defeat is a crossroads for achieving your dream. It takes strength to recognize your powerlessness, feel despair, and see a new potential path once you've given up on the old one. Ego believes that living life without striving to achieve your dream is pointless. Kunigami's team is now at this crossroad, after coming so close, but ultimately standing no chance against Isagi's team's true strength. The decision to choose the fourth player for their team is on Isagi, and in order to beat Rin and win back Bachida, the teammate he needs. Thank you for sticking until the end. Subscribe for more videos like this.